Members of the Washington, D.C.-based Quality Education Network took great pride in presenting a very unique reception for Dr. Jemison at the world-renowned DuSable Museum of African American History. The official theme was African Americans in the World of Science, Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow.
My background is mathematics. I've been a college professor and also a dean at a major university that focuses on engineering. So I bring a particular perspective that I'd like to share with you, as well as the lessons that we learned from talking with people around the country about what were the issues that were preventing minority students from participating in math and science and engineering to a greater extent than they do.
So what do you say to the skeptics watching who suggest African Americans shouldn't be concerned about math and science?
I say it's absolutely ridiculous. Dr. Jemison is a perfect example of when someone has early success at math and science, the sky is indeed the limit. All that's necessary is a supportive environment, access to quality teachers, and the willingness to work hard and have a lot of discipline, self-discipline.
Somewhere, sometime, the fact that all people in the world have been involved with science and technology, that's been lost. Because now, if you all were planning on asking me this later on, let me work with this right now. Sometimes folks come up to me and say, "Why did you go into the space business? What does that have to do with black people? It's really strange." I tell you now, I consider that an affront. And I consider it an affront because that implies that I don't have any business in it. That some kind of way, black people don't have any reason to be involved with science and technology and space exploration. But all people in the world from the beginning have had astronomers, have had scientists. All people had astronomers. The Aztecs had astronomers. The Chinese, the Egyptians have had astronomers. There are a group of people, and I like to tell this story. There are a group of people called the Dogon in Mali, near Timbuktu, and yeah, there is a Timbuktu. In Timbuktu, these group of people called the Dogon, they were visited by a group of French anthropologists in 1936. Now, you know how anthropologists like to stay with people for a long period of time until they get all involved in the culture and folks start to trust them. Well, after about 12 or 13 years of working and living with the Dogon, these two anthropologists were taken in confidence by the elders and were given information that they call the clear word. And that was sort of abstract knowledge that had to do with their belief system as to how the universe operated. And they started to tell the anthropologists things about space. They said that they felt that the moon was dead. It was like dried blood. It had no life on it. They were also able to tell the anthropologists that Saturn had rings. They also told them a story about a star called Sirius B. Now, it's not Sirius, the very bright star that we see in the sky that's known as a dog star. It's the star that orbits around Sirius. And this particular star, they said, was extremely heavy. It was made out of the heaviest material in the universe. They also said that it orbits around Sirius every 60 years. They went on to tell this anthropologist that this particular star rotates on its own axis every year. What was very interesting about this is that information was not known in the West at that time.
Certainly, Dr. Mae Jemison serves as a shining example of a proud product of Chicago's public schools. And one of her Morgan Park High School classmates looked back at their high school days with fond memories.
My fondest memories of our high school days with Dr. Jemison was Modern Dance Club. I was a senior, she was a junior. We were in Modern Dance Club together, and we danced. We expressed ourselves through dance. She was a very intelligent and very warm-hearted person, and I am so proud of her, and it's such a pleasure to be in her company today.
While earning her bachelor's degree in chemical engineering from Stanford, plus her medical degree from Cornell, Dr. Jemison was always certain that the study of math and science would prove essential for careers in the 21st century.
I think that everyone has to be armed with some amount of science understanding, because the policymakers, the politicians, are the ones who decide what it is that we do. We as adults make that decision by putting in certain people in office. We have to understand what science truly means. You know, I'm going to do one final math task here. I'm going to ask, what is it? 60 times 60 times 24? That number equals 86,400. And that's how many seconds there are in each day. It's very important because each second is yours. You can spend each one exactly as you like, but you can never get a single one of those seconds back. If you spend each one of those seconds doing the things that are going to improve you, that are going to improve your mind, then you can't help but improve the world. And I'm going to steal one last thing from a very good friend of mine. She said that life is what creation gives you for free. Style is what you do with it.